Guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this spirit horse squishy, which I think is super adorable, and this is actually a character from the new DreamWorks animated Netflix series, so huge thank you to DreamWorks for sponsoring this video. But I definitely thought the squishy would be difficult to make since I've never made something like this before, but it was actually easier than I thought, and I'm going to be walking you through the steps on how to make this, so let's just get started. So I'm starting off by cutting out the silhouette of the horse. And now I'm rounding off the edges. And to make the tail, I'm using a scrap piece of foam. And once you've cut out your tail, you should be able to see how it fits on the body. And then now I'm going to do the mane. So for the mane, you're going to want a pretty thin piece of foam. And now that I have all the pieces ready, I'm going to paint everything. And the type of paint I'm using is dimensional fabric paint, also known as puffy paint. So I'm just mixing together yellow, red, brown, and white, and just adding more colors as I go along until I get a shade of brown that I'm happy with. And now I'm painting the entire body, and I would recommend wearing gloves just so that the paint doesn't get on your hands. And you're going to want to paint the tail and the mane a dark brown color. So I'm mixing together black and brown. And I'm just using a toothpick to spread out the paint, but you can also use a paintbrush if you want. And I'm also going to paint the bottom portion of the legs. And again, I'm using a toothpick, which I like to use for smaller details. And now I'm using my fingers to pinch the edge of the dark brown so that it blends a little bit better into the light brown. And you're also going to paint the tip of the muzzle. Use some white for the stripe on Spirit's face. Use dark brown for the ears. And use some black paint for the eyes. And the final step is to take my glue gun and hot glue on these hair pieces. So here is the finished squishy, and I think it turned out super cute, and it's definitely one of my new favorite homemade squishies now, and I especially like how it can stand on its own for some reason. But yeah, thank you again to DreamWorks Animation for sponsoring this video, and you can watch